Yay! Hello, my beautifuls. I'm really happy to make this card reading for us. I think the message of the cards is absolutely spot on. So I'm going to get into it first by sharing the vision that I had while I was doing my yoga, and the cards were on my yoga mat with me, just in decks stacked up together. I could see the cards just starting to move across the whole planet, because I told them that there's so many of us from across the whole world. Like, we're not just in England or just in America, we're everywhere, right? So the message of the cards had to incorporate the fact that we are spread around the whole world. And so I could just zoom out where I could see Gaia from a distance. And then each one of the decks just went and like circled around the earth and just stayed there, looking and connecting to every single one of us everywhere. And when I finished my practice, I pulled the cards and this is what I got. So I have 4 cards. One of them is only like a side message, but these 3 are the most important. I'm going to start with that one. So it's a beautiful sigil, which is a magic symbol, and it basically tells us that our ego, right, is going to try and hide behind the idea that, oh, come on, we've been there, done that. This is like another January. We kind of know what to expect. We know how it's been in the past. So there's like that element of referencing to the past. And therefore, this month, it will keep us safe and it will stop us from asking questions or from actively listening to everyone else. And instead, we're going to be hiding behind the idea that we know it, right? But actually, we don't. And knowing is like a dead end. It's a closed end kind of state. So what we want to do is we want to step outside of knowing and be in the state of learning. Yeah. And learning is where it's at. And I remember our beautiful Sarah, who moved on to another community to continue to create magic. She always encouraged us to be in a state of learning instead of knowing what we know. So our hiding spot, as an individual and as a collective, would be that we think we know it, but actually we don't. And so participate. Like that's the main guidance. Just participate, right? Don't hide behind what you know. Actually, like, step into learning. The call, which is the other card that came out. Where should I put it to see it? Well, like this. The call. We are being called to harmonize. To harmonize means to move as one, to be breathing together, to be attuned to one another, to be in alignment, to understand each other. So this month we're coming together as a group. We're being called to gather and to harmonize. And when we harmonize, we really are stepping into the ascension, right? We're creating an incredible frequency, which is called harmony, where a lot of like the lower vibrational frequencies, for example, like blame or fear, they cannot get stuck on that. They move past it. So the more we create understanding for each other, the more we're going to be attuned and aligned, harmonized with one another. So the call is to come back to center, right? And that's going to be our January theme. But before we step into the center and then create some magic from that, we need to align and become as one, you know? So I found this card to be really appropriate, actually. And I was kind of really, oh, that's like pointing the obvious. We are being called. And obviously the call is this, to listen to your dreams, to listen to your name, to listen to the inner calling. Like if there is insights that are coming to you, that's good. You're worthy of receiving them, so receive them and listen to them, share them with us. And then the last card that came out, and this is from the Yogi Path deck, which I have to thank another member of our community. She recommended these cards to me, and I only use them for us, really. Like, I don't use them very often because they're specific about yoga. So what we got is a very special deity that's going to be looking over us for the whole of December. And it's this one, Lalita Tripura Sundari. So it's the goddess of erotic spirituality. What this means is that in order to find what feels good, we're going to have to give in to that love, to that lust, to that passion. We're going to have to listen to that squirmy feeling inside of us that tells us to call one person or to have a conversation with someone else, or to prioritize self-care, to prioritize more movement, to prioritize food, the kind of diet that we know is like feeding our tummy and our brain, and it just like is yummy and tasty and delicious. And all of this is pleasure, right? And all of this is a feel-good vibe. It's part of our motto to be feeling good, right? Our motto is to feel good, to find what feels good. So I also felt like this is really appropriate because Adrian always ensures us that we should just listen to our body. It's not about being in the position exactly how she's doing it, but actually like find that sensual expression for your body. Like find that erotic shanti feeling, that life force. Like where does it feel yummy and where does it feel juicy and just, oh, like I want to spend a bit more time in that. And just allow yourself, like I for one, I'm gonna do that, not just in my yoga practice, but I'm gonna take it off the mat, and I'm gonna continue to prioritize exactly those things that bring me so much passion. This is not necessarily about sex. This is more about sensual energy. And so I find that we have created our own tapas. Tapas is a word related to yoga. It's a kind of flavor that we can tap into. So the tapas is exactly related to erotic energy, erotic sensuality, like finding what feels good and a little bit, like yummy and juicy. So I'm really happy that this deity is going to be looking over us for the whole month. I'm going to do another reading for January, just why not? But for this month, that's the sum. I'm going to post a write-up, like a written description of this. And if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the yoga mat.